So when life gives you lemons, we make a lemon arrangement, of course. Hi, welcome to another video. It's winter, and in winter in California means tons of citrus are on the trees. And I have a variegated pink lemon that has tons and tons of fruit. I walk by every day when I take the recycling out, and I thought, hey, let's do a video with lemons. So what we're going to arrange in today is this really cute French country style yellow container. Finally, something that's watertight so I didn't have to find something to put inside to line it. And what I have is about half brick of Oasis floral foam in here. So let's get started. I'm just going to green in lightly with some of the lemon foliage, this beautiful variegated pink lemon that I have. I wish you guys can smell what it smells like here because I've been cutting the lemon leaves. It smells magnificent. Okay, so I'm just going to green in lightly with a little bit of the lemon leaves. I cut these lemons early this morning and I just soaked the foliage and the leaves in a basin of water because the leaves are a little bit dirty and there's like little, I don't know, little black dead fruits, or dead blossoms on there from earlier this year. And so I just soaked the whole thing in. And so now the lemons are really clean, the leaves look great, and we can use them. There's a little tiny fruit here I'm going to cut off. Yes, I never ever have to buy lemons or limes at my house. We have more than we can ever use. All right, then I'm going to start with the lemons. The way we add lemons in, now I kept the lemons on the stem. Look at this cool cluster of lemons. Isn't that neat? And this is all from the same tree. So on this variegated pink lemon tree, most of the fruit looks like this, has like kind of a green stripe on it, but some of it is just yellow. And then you get these weird clusters. So the way we usually use lemons and fruits in general in arrangements is we either put it on a pick or we wire it onto a pick. So since this has a nice big stem, I'm going to wire it onto a pick. These wire picks are wonderful. You can also buy hyacinth stakes, which are just longer wooden stakes that don't have a wire attached to them. But I find the ones that are wired really, really easy to use. So this is so heavy that I almost feel like this pick is not heavy enough for it. We'll see if we can make it work. I'm going to go ahead and add this in. I'm going to set it kind of deep in the foam because it's so heavy. I'm going to add in some more lemons. I try to keep the stems on the lemon so that we can wire it. And if there's no stem on your fruit, or if you want to do this arrangement with store-bought lemons, what you can do is just impale the fruit on a stake and put it in your Oasis. Now, once you break the skin of your lemon, it's not going to last as long, but it'll still last you a good, 5 days, I would think. I'm going to use one of these really fun variegated ones. So these are supposed to be pink inside. They're not really that pink. They're sort of a, I don't know, like a peachy color, like just a little bit warmer than yellow. So I'm adding them in sort of in clusters. As you know, I like to sort of work in groups. I'm going to just cut this whole thing off. They're still very firm on the stem because it's early in the season. Later on in the spring, sometimes I'll have lemons all over the ground. Right now, my limes are doing that. It's just shedding all over the ground because they're so ripe. Okay. There's some more of this pretty lemon leaf. Don't want to green in too much because we still have a lot of other things I want to add into this arrangement. We have these beautiful giant mums, solidago, feverfew, lisianthus, and some anemones. I'm just envisioning sort of a clean, crisp palette of yellows, greens, and whites. So I've added the lemons in sort of two clusters, kind of diagonal across from each other. I'm going to move this for now. I may add some lemons later, but right now I think I want to have some space for the flowers. Next thing we're going to add in are the large mums. Look at this mum. This is just insane. It's like the size of a hydrangea. Now, I knew they were going to be big. They have this net around them. I did not expect it to be this big. This is really gorgeous with a green center. I'm going to cut this pretty short and kind of just keep it low in this arrangement. It's almost too big. I was like, oh, maybe we don't use this. It's almost too big, right? Let's try to balance that with some of these large, beautiful anemones. I love anemones with the black centers. These are really nice. So I'm adding things at a diagonal. So you basically are thinking of your foam in parts. Since we're using sort of a square container, I'm thinking 4 parts. And I've added the lemon at a diagonal, and now I'm adding the flowers on a diagonal. And like always, I like to use this grouping technique where I'm not just placing one lemon here, one anemone here, one lemon here, one anemone here, but we're just going for a visual balance. Because the mum is so gigantic, it sort of balances out our lemons, and a trio of these anemones also balances out our lemons. I'm going to pull this mum out a little bit. Don't want it to be too tight. I have a tendency to make my arrangements look kind of tight. And we have some lisianthus. This is a very pretty, frilly lisianthus. Lisianthus is a nice flower to use because it's very long lasting. They come in so many different colors. I don't know. I'll add it here, kind of in the center. Because we have some longer stems of these lisianthus, I might kind of add it into the middle of the arrangement. I love all the lisianthus buds. That's what makes them so charming, I think. The green buds. Okay. Okay. And for filler, I have solidago and feverfew. The solidago is sort of green before it opens, and then as it opens, it turns yellow. I kind of like it in that bud stage and let it slowly open to yellow, but there's a hint of that yellow even within the green buds. So I thought it would look really pretty with our lemons. And I like the sort of feathery, spiky shape of it to kind of loosen up this arrangement because we've got a lot of heavy materials like the lemons and the big mum. So we want to make sure we lighten it up a little bit with our solidago. And then I got some feverfew, just because it's so pretty, little daisy-like flowers with a little yellow center. And I just think it would be so nice with the lemons. They're all tangled together, of course. Okay. There we go. Come on. Okay. Smells like chamomile tea with a slice of lemon. Very pretty and airy. Just adding little sprigs of it here and there. Okay. A little goes a long way. It feels like I just need a sprig of this, a large sprig, and it's going to fill up the entire arrangement. Now I also cut some myrtle. This is myrtle with these black berries on it. Look how pretty. They almost look like olives. And I'm not sure if I'm going to add it in or not. I kind of like that blackberry looking thing. Not blackberry, but black, berries. I was looking for privy berry. They're plentiful right now, but mine don't look so great. But the myrtle looks great. So I don't know, maybe I'll cut a sprig and see how it looks in here. It's very subtle. It's hard to tell probably on camera in the video, but there's these kind of blue-black berries on this myrtle. That's really beautiful. I'm trying to find the right stem because I don't want a really big, heavy stem. Like this is like way too much to add in there. I don't know, but I need the length. So maybe I'll cut it to the length I need, pull these side shoots off, and just use the top. The side shoots I may use to fill in a little bit on the sides. They're just really heavy stems laden with berries. And the myrtle smells wonderful too. Okay, where should I add it? I'm like running out of space here. Maybe that's too big a stem, huh? What do you think? Should we add it up top? Yeah, we can add it up top. Just like the contrast. I'm going to cut some of the foliage off and the drooping berries so it doesn't overwhelm our arrangement, but it kind of lends in a very sophisticated texture. Hope you can see it on the video because in real life it looks really great. I'll add a little bit here, have it cascade down. So you're always going for sort of visual balance and not perfect symmetry. And when you do these arrangements, it should be relaxing and fun. You should enjoy putting it together. There's no right or wrong. You're just pleasing yourself. And I like to use things that look natural, like we gathered it from the garden as much as possible. They just seem to be a lot more charming than things that just look like you bought them from, I don't know, a store. Right now, not much is blooming in the yard, but I do have my lemons. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to remove this so you can see better the arrangement that we did. Looks like we only needed one stem of this giant mum. I don't want to open another one. Let's take a look. I'm going to turn it around. See, I have the myrtle cascading here, and then I have sprigs of the chamomile over here. So it just kind of balances it out without having to have everything symmetrical. I think I'll add a solidago over there so it could cascade a little bit more. Oops, I broke the stem. There we go. Yeah, the stem is broken. Well, cut it, set it a little deeper in the foam. Maybe the chamomile. I'm trying to find something that'll kind of cascade over here without it being the myrtle. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and maybe add a little bit more of the lemon because I want it to be a little bit more visible. And I'm going to cut this part off, put this on a stake. Do you all grow a lot of fruits in your house, in your garden? I don't have a lot of fruit. I have a lot of citrus. I have lemons and limes and a persimmon tree, but not a lot of other fruits. So I just added a lemon right here to make it, pop a little bit more since we added so much other material since our original lemons. I'm going to do the same on this side here. I was an art history major, so I love fruits and flowers because it reminds me of those old master paintings where they have the beautiful fruits and flowers and almost fantastical botanical still lives. There we go. It's a beautiful arrangement. Now I also made a bow with this black and white ribbon. I just kind of like the black and white with the yellow. I don't know what it is. Is it like honeybees or what? So I'm going to add this in. I'm not even sure where. What do you guys think? I have this wired on a stake here, so I can place it anywhere. Bow up here. Is that too much? Down here. I'm going to cut it down a little bit and let's just play around with it. I don't know. I just like the black and white ribbon. And I like it with the yellow. I think it's just really sophisticated and fun. Do we add it here? I don't know. I'm going to add it over here next to the black and white anemones. Kind of an asymmetrical. I don't want to cover our lemon too much. And I'm going to shorten the tails. Might tuck the ribbon in a little bit so that it's not too much. Okay. How does that look? Did I write it in the right place? Or should I put it on this side? Just kind of do an asymmetrical, casual. I think that's pretty good. And I'm going to add one more lemon since the bow, I think, is overwhelming our lemons. There we go. And here we have it, all done. A fun lemon arrangement. I'm going to turn around so you can see it from all sides. It didn't take a lot of flowers, just took some lemons, and it's been really fun. I think this will be gorgeous on my kitchen table. I'm going to enjoy it this week. I hope you had fun watching me make this lemon arrangement. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. I will see you in my next video.